Welcome back everyone. Today we have the Journey TCG. These are the 3 starter decks: Berserker, Dark Mage, and Rogue. As you can see, the Rogue one has not been opened yet, but I have already played a game with the Berserker, and then I was looking through some of the Dark Mage ones. On the back of the box, you can see the 3 adventurers you come with. Each deck comes with 3 adventurers. One of them will be holographic, which is the center one. In this case, it will be Gorok. And then at the very bottom, it will show you some of the abilities, items, and the equipment that the deck comes with. And then down at the very bottom, you can see that each deck includes 21 cards, 3 adventurers, and a quick play guide. So I actually don't have the guide for the Berserker deck right offhand, but it is red and it's just more generic towards the Berserker deck. And then this is the card for the Mage one as well, and it just gives you a brief example of what all the specials are. Okay, getting into our 3 adventurers now, we have Protis, Goblin Scout, Goruk, the Omen Breaker, and Jasper, the Spirit Scholar. This little symbol here is their class and color bracket. Starting from the left to the right, we have their attack, their special, their magic defense, and then their physical defense. Then up at the top left, we have their agility, and then the right, we have their HP. Certain cards, like here, instead of their descriptor block, they'll actually have abilities. So now that we have a decent idea of all of these guys, let's get into the cards this comes with, because it does have cards for the Warrior subclass, Warrior Berserkers, then it has Divine abilities, as well as the Divine Exorcist. So starting at the top here, we do have our first adventurer, which is Protis, the Goblin Scout. He has 2 attack, 2 special, 1 magic defense, and 0 physical defense. He has an agility of 6, and his health is 12. So with their agility, the higher your turn order. So in this game, players don't necessarily take turns, their adventurers do. So in this case, Protis will move before Goruk does. With Goruk Omen Breaker, he has an attack of 1, special of 4, magic resistance of 0, physical defense of 1, agility of 4, and health of 14. We do have Power Slash, which is a yellow icon, which means it will end your action after you use it. And this one is the adventurer performs a basic attack against an adventurer with focus. If successful, lower that target's focus by 1 and raise this adventurer's focus by 1. The next card we have is Shackles of Pain, which is an equipment. Your adventurers can equip 1 item per turn, and then they can only have 1 item equipped. So with this guy, the equipment does, the Berserker is required, and the adventurer is now berserked. So on these 2 cards, you'll actually use their special for their basic attack instead of their attack value. The next one we have is Dual Strike. The adventurer may perform 2 basic attacks this action. Next up, we have Phase Blade. The adventurer's basic attacks ignore defense, this battle block. Then we have Surge. This adventurer has +1 damage until the end of this action. And then we got Edge of Anger, which is an enchantment itself. So enchantments are kind of like equipments where they just stay on your adventurer until they are removed by a card or an ability. An Edge of Anger does, this adventurer has +1 damage during any battle block that was targeted by the opposing party. And to round things off, we have Roundhouse, which is again a yellow, so this will end your adventurer's action, and it does 3 physical damage to 1 adventurer. Let's get all these cleaned up, and I will go ahead and pull out the Divine. Okay, now that we're on the Divine, we have Jasper, the Spirit Scholar. He is a Divine Exorcist, agility is 6, health of 10, and then he does 1 magic damage, his special is 1, and he has 0 resistances. Now what Jasper does, since he is a Divine Exorcist, his ability is a little bit different. So instead of dealing extra damage, at the end of the battle block, he will be able to heal himself by the value of his special, any battle block they took damage. So if he took damage that battle block, at the end of it, he'll be able to heal himself by 1, okay? Next up, we have Vivid Visions, which is a Divine ability. Your opponent shows you their hand, and then if you boost it, you can destroy this ability after use and draw 1 card. For that, we have Merchant Curse. As you guys can see, that this one actually has a black symbol at the top left. This means it's a hidden ability, so in playing it like a normal ability, you'll be placing it behind the adventurer face down and wait until its able to be triggered. And what this one does is void the use of one item, then exhaust the adventurer that used it. So if the opposing party tries to use an item, you can cancel that item's ability, and then you can exhaust that adventurer, so you cannot make an action that turn. Next up, we have Distract, which is just Divine again. Target adventurer has -1 defense until the end of this battle block. Then we have Light Guard, which does prevent 2 incoming damage from target adventurer this battle block. So this one doesn't really have that great of a description, but if you do look on the FAQ on their website, they will clarify that it just absorbs the next 2 damage during that battle block. And the final card is Angel's Light, which again is a yellow, so this will end his action, but it is an enchantment to himself. And what this does is while you have a knocked out ally, when this adventurer is targeted, you may deal 2 light damage to the targeting adventurer. So it's kind of like Hellish Rebuke in D&D, and that will actually wrap up all of our Define cards. So let's go into our items. We have a potion, which just heals an adventurer by 2 HP. You may only use 1 potion per action, so only 1 adventurer can use 1 per turn. Then we have Howling Sea Pod, which lowers at the opposing party's agility by 2 this battle block, so it kind of slows them down. Wind Bomb, which will end your action because it's a yellow symbol. This will deal 2 physical damage to 1 adventurer. Then we have Frozen Feather, which is just Wind Bomb, but it does ice damage instead of physical. Dissolver, which will cycle 1 equipment of play. And then Hexing Idol. Target adventurer cannot heal this battle block. But that will wrap it up for this video. If you guys are interested in Journey, definitely check them out. They currently only have 1 set out right now, which is the Brave Exodus, as well as these 3 starter decks, but every card in the starter deck you can actually get from the set, so you don't necessarily need to buy the deck at all. The decks do retail for $15. Packs retail for about $5 a pack. I'm not sure on the booster boxes. And then they are planning a second set. I'm not quite sure when that will come out, but I will probably post an update when it does. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.